What is going on, believers? Guys, a lot of my peers right now are telling you that the market is getting ready to be sent. In the last couple of hours, all you've seen is the price decline. It looks like it's healthy, but we're going to check that out. I'm going to show you a few charts, maybe even something a little bit newer, so that we look at it. And if you like this content, subscribe to it, hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Help me get trending so that more people see this. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.
Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid.
All right, guys, we are not going to pretend that anything but Bitcoin moves this market, and that's the way that it is until further notice. It's not going to stay that way. So let's take a quick look and see where we are. We are looking right now at the week chart, and I want you to pay attention to something that's incredibly important. You can see here, this is what the week chart looks like. We are continuing to mint new highs. So we're going to close this week off. We're going to close the week off with another green candle. We have again pumped up a little bit. Now we need a little bit more on the Bitcoin chart in order to close the right way, because we are really sitting on, and let me zoom in here so you can see it. We are sitting right here on basically kind of a sliver for this market. We want to close out strong and have a good one. But look over here. We can see here that the RSI is now on the top. We are looking at positive RSI, which means that we're continuing to move. And I told you before that when this RSI gets over the SMA, this thing starts to move. And you can see this every single time. This thing starts to move every single time. So that's a beautiful bullish sight. Now let's go over here and look at Ethereum. By the way, when we're looking at this, we're looking at the weekly charts. And you can see right here, we charted this out a little while, and I do believe that it is starting to break down just a little bit. We should move this over here. We'll see what it looks like on the hourly charts when we do our live streams, etc. But we are pretty bullish on what we're seeing over here. But you can see over here, the RSI is looking even better than what's going on over in Bitcoin. Are we looking at a flippening happening? I don't think so, but we are looking at continued positive sentiment on Ethereum. Now, when we break this down and we start going to the hourly charts, and we are seeing a breakdown of Ethereum over the last 24 hours, and we're seeing this RSI going way down. What does that mean? Those were our support lines. Now, remember, I've removed them, I've erased them, but if we take a quick look at our support and our resistance, then we'll see that we tested one of the lines. We may go down to this next line, but we're not in dire straits. We're not in bad position. We're certainly not going to be struggling with where we are right now. So just keep that in mind. Know that we're in a good position. What matters really here is the weekly, and we are showing strength on the weekly. Now, here's where it gets kind of interesting. This is the total market cap for cryptocurrency, and this is the chart showing you what it looks like. And this right here, and you can see it down here, this looks so great. You're looking at the RSI as being over in the entire market, and you're seeing that when I go back to this, and we're going to look at three of these now. We're going to look at this one, which looks really good. We're going to look at this one, which looks phenomenal. And then we're going to look like the Bitcoin, which looks just a little bit weaker. So it would appear that the driver right now is, in fact, Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is not going to go to $5,000 without Bitcoin coming along for the ride. And I know that there are a lot of people out there that are still a little bit bearish, and you're hearing their sentiments. I believe Richard Hart came out and said, we're going to 10,000 again. And you know what? Here's the thing. When I go break this down, I'm going to take you to a monthly chart, and I'm going to show you what the monthly chart looks like. On Ethereum, we have moved upwards. When we go back in history, when we look back in time, what we're going to see right here is this is when the bull run started. That's how it works. So that's what we're going to see. We're going to look here. We're going to see the same thing on Bitcoin. We're going to look here on the market, and we're going to see the same thing, in fact, again. And let me erase this so you can get a good look at it. But generally speaking, this is what you're looking at right here. You've seen this trend move to the upside. When you see that happen, that means that the bull run has started. And looking back over here, when you see how these dips play themselves out, then this is giving you an indication that this is about to coalesce into that moment. So when this dips and starts moving upwards, this is what you see. You see green candles, and you see a few green candles. There's never been, and we're going back here, 7 years, 8 years of data, there's only been once in a bear market with the candles already descending that we've only had one green candle on the month. So you can expect over the next few months, doesn't matter what Bitcoin Bob or Ben Boy Crypto, whatever BitBoy, whatever BitBoy Crypto tells you, guys, listen, there are fundamentals involved here that don't have anything to do with sentiment. It's the same guy that told you that we were going to go to 100,000 Bitcoin in the last cycle. We didn't even get close. So follow the fundamentals, and they tell you right now that we've started it and we're going to go up. We're going to have a few more months of a little bit of accumulation. We're going up slowly. Maybe it starts to pop off a little bit. Maybe it stays where it is, but we are on that positive momentum. So when you're looking at these moments, like right now, all you're doing is looking at a dip, but you see everywhere, everything is telling you that we are on a good run. Now, the places where you should be concerned are the day chart. You'll look at the day chart over here and you see Ethereum is now looking a little bit weak. It was pumping really good. This is where we got that really good pump up to about 1600 right here. And we're here and we see that it pumped from 17 up to 19, but we're starting to point our way back down. Now, the question is, do we have the strength in order to turn that back around and take that towards that upside? And I think that we do. I don't think there's anything to worry about here. We've still got plenty of positive sentiment. There's nothing obstructing us in these markets. The only thing that we're looking at right now is healthy profit and loss taking. So I don't think that we have anything to worry about. You look over here at Bitcoin, you see a little bit of the same thing. You see that downward movement, but we saw that downward movement a couple days ago, and then it started to spike back up to that upside, and the same thing with the total overall crypto market. So what does it all mean when you put it together? Moving on. All right, here it is, guys. We are in a great place in the cryptocurrency market right now. Fundamentally speaking, we still have a bearish sentiment in the world. But the stock market has been bullish. The crypto market has been bullish. All of the indicators that you need to say bullish, except the economy, are saying bullish. The economy, however, has been a bit of a struggle. Now, we're on the downside, it looks like, of inflation, and that includes a lot of different places. There are a lot of people who are telling you that the economy of China is ready to collapse. And that's not exactly true. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't even feel like it. It feels like China is a little bit nervous over people recognizing Taiwan, but that's not a collapsing economy. A collapsing economy will go a lot further. And if it is, and I'm wrong, then we are looking and we are facing one of those lower lows. Now, here's the thing. When we go back and look at it, even if we meant a lower Bitcoin or a lower Ethereum than we've currently done, and it goes down, this is still the start of the bull market. So fear not, accumulate responsibly. One of the best things that you can do right now is just continue to DCA. When you see a dip, decide what you're going to buy. There's good practices you can do. When you see a big dip, accumulate a little bit more. When you see a small dip, accumulate what you would normally accumulate. Continue to do the right things in this market, and this market will take care of you, because we are still going to end up at a $70,000 or $80,000 Bitcoin. We are still going to end up at a $5,000 or $6,000 Ethereum. All of these things are coming. The only thing between us and that is time. That's the only variable left, and we'll see how long that takes. Most pros are telling you that it's going to take until the end of 2024, but guess what? They also told you 100,000 Bitcoin. They also told you flipping. They also told you a lot of things that never played out, and guess what? They also invested in Terra Luna. And they borrowed money and staked it on Celsius and on Three Arrows Capital. So these guys, they're not the experts that you think they are. They're just the people who had money a while back, found one good token or two good tokens, and treated themselves like experts. The fundamentals are what matters. So guys, follow the fundamentals and you are going to be just fine. This is not financial advice. My name's Bleaves, and I am always right. We'll see you again soon.
I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid.